Good golly, Miss Molly.
It's the Wake-Up Show. And I guess by the looks of it, you're awake. Welcome to my humble abode, or below. This is the basement, in the dream. Because I am living the dream. And I gotta be honest with you, gotta level with you for a second, because the last couple of days, this dream has felt like a friggin' nightmare. It's been, like, horrible. This morning, I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'll just have to let everything go, and whoever in the right mind decides to be like the next great American talk show hosts from their basement in the dream. That sounds absurd, and it sort of got to me because, you know, we've been doing, this is our 9th episode of the 2nd season where we're sort of pushing really hard, and I say we, but in reality it's just I, because Rabbe is not a part of this adventure anymore. I love you, man, because he needs to go on a different path on his journey, and I find myself sort of alone, and then I ask people, like, what do you like the show? And people are like, well, it's a sort of weird show if we don't understand what you're doing and why, and it just doesn't make any sense. And it got to me, and I became very self-confident and lost confidence in myself. And I was like, well, what is the point of this show really? Why am I here? And shouldn't I just go back to my normal job and earn a normal living and provide for my family like a normal person? But this is the normal life. This is me, and it was rough, I tell you. And I was like, I was just about to call my guests for today and say, like, you know, guys, I can't do the show today because I don't feel like the talk show host of the Wake Up Show. I just feel like an asshole of shit running into a toilet that's already overflowing and clogged, and you can't get the shit down. You know, you've been there. You've felt this. It's an awful feeling of shittiness. But then, you know, I was like, there was this very, very quiet little voice in the back, like, relax, chill out, dude. You got this. You got this. But he was very quiet, and, you know, the other guy was like, oh no, the toilet's overflowing with shit, man, we're fucked. But the quiet guy in the back, I listened to the quiet guy in the back, I kept calm, and you know, when my guests arrived a little while ago, and we didn't hug because there is some sort of play going on, but just their presence and the joy of doing this, I felt right back at home. This guy, the Wolfmeister, giving you the greatest show on earth in the history of humanity from the basement of the dream. Well, that felt great. Now I feel 1,000 pounds lighter, like I just took a massive dump and flushed the whole thing down, and I'm ready to start this show. Run the motherfucking intro. Bam!
Live from the dream, aka Drummond, it's the Wake Up Show with your host, Wolf Thunder Flitty. Howdy doodly doo. Welcome to you. So I got a little thing going on, and I gotta say, I have to confess that my Patreon project was sort of ever so slightly related to me hitting the bumpy roads of losing my confidence this wonderful week. It's a little thing called patreon.com/the WakeUp Show, where you can become a patron, support the show, because I'm doing this and I need your help to do this properly, you know. Maybe I could actually have some money to pay the technician, not like continually harassing Stian and Mats and Andy to get them down into the basement every Thursday night for me to sit here rambling in my beautiful plastic chair. It's probably made out of oil. My consciousness is not clean, it's dirty. I'm so sorry. But so Patreon is a way for you to support the show where you can make a monthly donation and helping me produce this show, but also making the ULF Experience, which is a documentary about me going to San Francisco, becoming the next Letterman, which I actually believe I even made like a lower third for me. This is Wolf Thunder, I'm the next Letterman. Walk in the park if you ask me. I can do it a million times blindfolded. Done so already, but this time around, I need your help. So become a patron, and to all your wonderful patrons out there, Stian, you're one of the patrons which I managed to recruit. So that makes you like maybe the greatest human that ever lived, because you're supporting the show and you're supporting the show. Like, that's crazy, y'all. I'd give you an applause if I can find the applause button on the applause. Yes. Now, I'm not checking just to see that I'm on schedule. I talked about Patreon, check. I talked about my shitty day, which now is a great day. Isn't that absurd? Like, this morning, I was just about to call the whole thing off. It was like, this is not gonna work. This is absurd. I was about to call like my old employers and be like, I need a job. I need to provide. I lost my cool. And then in a desperate attempt to find my cool, I thought maybe if I remove my beard. And by golly, it worked. Look at this fancy guy with a mustache. I look like $1 million. And more. $1 trillion. Okay, so what typically happens now is that I wonder whether I should like set a mood or something, and I light my scented candle because someone's been complaining that the basement smells like a basement. And to sort of fix that issue, I add the scent of ginger, because ginger is my favorite smell in the world. Actually, I had this epiphany where when I'm dead, I would like to be buried in ginger. And you know the one when you buy the sushi, you get that shredded ginger thing. Just load that motherfucker on there until I'm buried in it. I want to be soaking in ginger for eternity. Is that too much to ask? I think not. Well, blah, blah. We have a great show. A wonderful guest. We have so many guests that I don't think we have enough chairs, actually, which is pretty cool for a basement. Let's I don't think we need to. I've said more than enough, and they're like walking back and forth back in the green room, which is just another part of the basement. It's not even green. Why is it called a green room even? I don't know. Because all the vegetables go there. I don't know. Sounds suspicious. I want to. These are old friends of mine. I've known them since. Almost back in the 90s, it feels like. I think actually that holds true. Back in my hip hop days. So I want to first bring in the wonderful guys of Elling and the Jam Master J, Jester. Would you please come into the studio, guys? And we do like this. Pow. We do like this. Wow. Grab a chair. Sit your asses down. Now. Obviously, when we first met, the Gatas Parlament was more people and different people, but along the way, you've sort of things changed, right?
Yeah, man. You lose your hair, you lose your band members. It's kind of the thing, you know.
That's kind of the thing. I give you, because I've made some lower thirds for you. That's you. Hold up your lower third, and you hold up yours. You have to look into that camera. So your Jester, the microphone molester.
Ooh.
That's sort of me too. I don't know, man. Is it appropriate? Are you allowed to molest microphones anymore? Or
Well, when I was top billing at the Blitz Cafe Blitz 15 years anniversary, this was my band name, so I guess it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
fine.
And Elling, you are the Norwegian's very own Red Man.
Yes, seems so.
And this is just because the first time I met you, I was like, he's like Red Man, only he's Elling.
Oh,
And it's a compliment because I love Red Man.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. Yeah.
Reggie Noble is probably one of the best rappers in the world, so that would sort of, coincide with the thing.
And you are musicians making rap music, which is very popular among the teenagers nowadays.
Kids love
it was 20 years ago. Is it still popular with the teenagers?
It's all the rage on TikTok nowadays.
And on ping pong, and mostly on ping pong.
Yeah, on those.
I will hold this up inappropriately long because I love it.
I would let you bring it home, but I need to keep it here until next time you be a guest, because then I'll take it out again. Look, I have a huge stack over here because I've been going for 9 episodes in the basement.
Right.
So fucking
Yeah.
And actually, it's kind of cool because in a couple episodes down the line now, we're going to do an episode live from a bar in the dream.
Oh,
That's nice.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
that's gonna be huge.
And
Massive.
congratulations on your moustache. It looks great.
It looks great. I had this moustache before. I didn't know this
Yeah.
moustache.
It's the sabotage moustache.
You
Yes.
look like you're
Listen, it's a sabotage.
you look like you're a cop from the 70s.
Yeah, I had some sunglasses. Don't know where the sunglasses are.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's all right. But so band members come and go. I had your previous band member, your brother. He was here on the show a while ago.
Right.
Yes, I
because
saw the episode. He was playing the guitar.
He was playing the guitar, so it was great.
Nice.
Obviously, my dream, and I must make it a reality at one point in time, that
Yeah.
all of you be here in the studio, must make bigger studio, but you sort of, you're
do that
not just
over
the
here.
two of us. Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Yes. You're not just the two of you.
Well, no.
These days we we have an extra member, or it is more correctly, he recruited himself.
Right.
Sort of
Self-recruited member.
Self-recruited member. We got an email saying I'm doing visuals and VJing, and if I'm going to continue doing this shit, I might as well do it for somebody cool. Can I join?
That's like the coolest band member application I ever heard.
So we had this really long conversation, which went like this: should we? Okay.
So without further ado, let's bring Mads into the studio, and he's obviously been in the WakeUp Show before. And you also have this good?
Hva står det?
It's a purple.
It's a purple. It's a purple.
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 Is that
Purple.
punk? You're a punk?
Well, I am a punk, but I'm also an avatar.
I've seen the film Avatar.
Yes, I'm basically you 15 years ago.
Oh, you're the old me.
Yes, I'm old you.
No. You look completely different.
Yeah, well, that's because the graphic department had a budget cut, so...
You look much cuter than I did 15 years ago.
Yeah. Graphics department had a hard drive crash, and then.
That's the graphics department. Speaking of Avatar, because I got really inspired by Avatar, would this Avatar in a symbiosis with the animal he's riding?
Yes.
Run the horse clip. It's a perfect occasion to run the horse clip.
Yeah, run the horse clip.
I do believe I have found my roots. I am a horseman, a rider of horses. I think my Indian ancestors would be really proud of me. Just two bros in nature. We got this. It felt like the perfect clip, yeah? Because when I've always been afraid of horses. And then I was like, I gotta confront my fears because I'm a true Jedi,
Yes.
and that's what Jedis do.
That's
After
what Jedis
all,
do, yeah.
basically, that's the whole shtick of a Jedi is to confront your fears. And then it sort of came to me. Well, you need to go full Avatar on that.
That's the most beautiful thing I've seen in weeks.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I have to say, you and the animal do become one,
Yes.
regardless of clothing, just by being with this the horse.
Yeah, but you took it that extra step.
I took
though,
the
for-
took it. I have conquered my fears of both horses and being naked on the horse.
Yes.
So, people of free will, please go to the Patreon and the WakeUp Show and do the Patreon thing because you could see this shit. It will buy Ulf practically a cup of coffee a month or some shit.
And I don't
like
even
that.
drink coffee.
Also, I think this
But
guy
it's
needs
so
some new
little
clothes.
money. And you can see this whole wolf ULF dog experience thing going. I bloody love it.
It's pretty great, yes. Obviously, I am in a bit of I'm in a bit of a limbo situation right now because the ULF experience was very much based on the fact that Rob was not feeling the vibe of the next Letterman, and there was sort of a yin yang chemistry to the whole thing. So now I'm like, well, do I just continue on my own? Or do I need to find... The answer is obvious. I need to trust the journey, and the journey is the wolf, and I just have to go with it. So rest assured, there will be... the second episode of the ULF Experience will be coming out real soon. I'm so sorry to keep you patrons waiting because, as you know, the ULF Experience is only available through Patreon, whereas the WakeUp Show will always be free for all. So yeah, enough about me. Back to you guys because you came here sort of because you are touring.
Yes, we are touring the high schools of Bærum County, or Bærum Kommune.
The county sounds cool.
Yeah,
yes.
sounds cool. Sounds a bit Robin Hoodish.
The suburbs of Oslo.
The suburbs of Oslo, the rich part of the suburbs of Oslo, actually. And we're kind of a leftist, working class-ish band, and it feels wrong, but it feels so right.
Do you play? I remember a song called "Eat the Rich."
Yes, we don't do that there. No.
We could, but we say weird shit in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Like
and
that
they
we-
don't react really.
Like that, we want to stab their rich parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's some
Stabbing
things.
going on.
There's some stuff like that.
But
And
they
we
gotta
kill
get used.
cats.
Yes.
We kill cats.
Yeah, we kill-
when we kill
You
cats.
threatened to kill cats.
We kill some of them as well.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this band called Gatas Parlament, or the Parliament of the Streets,
Yes.
the streets,
Yeah, we try to
street
translate
creeps.
it in street creeps.
Woohoo, that's a good name. You've been at it since 1993. Another summer with a funky drummer or something like that.
Get
Yes.
down.
Except I've been actually writing and recording rap music since 1988.
I always thought that was a lie. But he's got proof. Yeah, because he recorded a music video
Damn, son, that's very clever.
in 1988.
So yeah,
It's crazy, but it exists.
it's an actual music video.
Yeah.
Trouble with it though, it's that when we recorded the song, before we recorded the music video, we do some mistakes in the song, and we didn't have time to do more takes because it was a local radio station and they had to go on air.
It. Yeah.
We had like 1 hour between on airs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind
But
of
how? When was the first time you were on tour, Elling? When was your first tour?
how do you? I mean,
I guess playing multiple concerts in a row.
like straight away, really.
I don't know.
But that was back in the early 90s. You were touring. So you've been touring for somewhat 20 odd years.
Yes, sir.
What is why?
Why?
Because it's the job. Somebody's got to do it. No.
You know, you do it because well, we want to change the world and bring everybody into hip hop, and we want to convince everybody of our message and all of that. And then you realize somewhere in there that people clap for you when you're cool. And you're sort of low-key a star-ish thing going on there somewhere, which is a good feeling. And then it gets addictive. And then you get more applause, and we still get applause. And I don't know what I would do without it. I don't need that much money. It's not that important to me as long as I, can pay my rent and eat dinner mostly, sometimes a week. But the applause thing.
The applause thing is pretty nice.
Yeah,
it does feel good.
When that stops coming, it messes with my head. It's not good.
When I hear applause, I can sometimes I consciously measure how many Spotify plays I get from that exact applause.
You should turn that into a science, make a.
Yeah, you should have some sort of machine, like a Geiger counter.
Okay, so this applause gains this many Spotify plays. I have Apple Music myself. Does that count?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it counts.
Except Tidal pays more money per play.
Yes.
And it has better sound quality. But most people.
Are you a Tidal spokesperson all of a sudden? Because now you sound
Tidal
like
is also corrupt.
Yeah, it's also corrupt. But I've just watched the statistics from my digital distributor, my music distributor. And they tell me that Tidal has higher bit rates. That's why less people use it, because you have to pay more money to use it because you have to blah blah.
That's
more internet. You have to have more internet juice to use it, but
you could actually you can turn it down.
Yeah, you can turn it down, but most
Tidal is corrupt in also
slightly
Apple
bit.
and Spotify, who are like.
That's like a Biden-Trump comparison.
We participate
who's
in.
the most corrupt of the corrupts? Good point. Corporations will tend to always be corrupt.
I have never seen a single corporation which has done anything wrong ever. Because the capitalist system is based on a volunteer exchange of services, which only benefits both parties.
Yeah, and it trickles down into the poor people.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it
so
works
everybody
flawlessly.
gets rich and everybody gets up. There's no flaws in the capitalist system.
When you put it that way, I realize you're right.
And you, I recall, have been we've been running this red flag of communism pretty high. How do you feel now that it turns out that capitalism is a sure thing?
It's a game changer.
It's all totally new for me. I'm like,
what are you gonna do?
yeah.
That's
Why didn't we think of that?
But it's simple. We take Gatas Parlament and we just skip the Gatas thing and we just call Parliament.
That's taken.
That's another band.
What about the Street Corporation? That sounds cool.
Gatas Corporation. That'd be
Sounds
nice.
gangster.
That sounds gangster.
Yeah.
But rap music, historically speaking, especially after the first wave, there was a lot of talk about money.
It was.
And cars and hoes.
Imagine.
Okay,
this will not be a long speech, but imagine that you come from absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing.
Yeah.
I mean you have no heating in your house. The next building is burnt down. And then you get a chance to make music and sell a few records, and you earn $1,000. And the first thing you would do is buy some new clothes, because you never had new clothes. And what would be the first rhyme you write after that? I made money on my rats.
Yeah. It makes
that's how
complete
that thing-
sense.
yeah,
There's a nice evolution to the whole thing. It's
I
interesting.
grew up with a few friends and they had next to nothing, and as soon as they had money, they started buying gadgets because they never had it when they.
Yeah. Because you want what you don't have.
Yes, of course.
That's true.
Especially in a society which is all focused on owning things.
Yes, because you see what the others have.
Yeah.
Or the advertisements between the cartoons on the televisuals. You want that He-Man guy. By the power of Grayskull.
It's She-Ra now.
She-Ra?
Yeah.
She-Man.
No,
She-Hulk.
She-Ra is a new series on Netflix. It's pretty
It's
cool,
his
actually.
She-Hulk thing.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Is it for children or for us?
It's for children.
Bigger
yes.
children.
No, it's for children.
Bigger children as well.
Yeah, I liked it.
Children.
It's I saw the whole series. It's 5 seasons, and I had to go back and check out He-Man because She-Ra is He-Man's sister.
Oh,
From like another
it's
planet.
He-Man. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Is his name actually He-Man? That's it?
No,
back in the old show. His name was He-Man.
is Prince
Oh, yes.
Adam. Yes, his
Yes,
name
but
is
he's sort
Prince
of,
Adam. Yes, he turns into He-Man.
But
When by the power of Grayskull with his sword.
the man's man.
He holds the sword in the air and he says,
Yes, by the power of Grayskull. And there's some
I'll just
sustainable
leave and come back after 5 minutes. Is that okay?
And she runs from another planet. And she holds a sword, similar sword, and she says, by the honor of Grayskull, and she turns into She-Ra.
But she be her.
I don't know, I didn't write the show.
She-Ra.
She-Ra.
I like the name. It's a good name.
It's cool.
Is that better than
The
He-Man?
most
It's-
undervalued character is Battle Cat.
Battle Cat is
that
not
the
the part
cat
of the
that,
She-Ra.
He-Man
She-Ra.
rides?
That's the tiger thing, which is
He also transforms, yeah?
yeah. He's this cowardly tiger thing, and then it turns into this this hulking beast of lust and power.
Lust.
I don't know
I
about the
Let's
lust
see that
thing.
subtext in that
Yeah,
show, but
yeah.
still
Say that loud.
there is something. But so you are in the deep capitalist core of Norway,
Yes.
playing rebel music.
I'm very grateful because you changed the subject there. For a moment, I thought I was going to
Because I'm the host of
start
the show,
talking
and
about
I realized
talking
that
about
we're
football.
sidetracked.
Yes, we're doing that, and it's kind of weird. And we played in this town as well, Drammen. And
Sorry, this place is called The Dream.
The Dream. We
Yes.
played in The Dream like a few years ago,
Yeah.
and then there was 2 particular concerts that were really, really opposite of each other.
Yeah.
And there was one downtown school which was materially really nice, and it looked like they were richer kids
The wealthy
going to
school.
that school. Yes, and then that was sort of very low energy. We sort of had a hard time getting feedback.
Yeah.
From the kids, and then we played like the poorer areas or the low income area, and we got so much feedback right from when we started carrying in the speaker cases. You know, they were sort of on us, and then we got on stage, and
That
they
was in the
screaming.
mountain.
Yes.
That's the part of the dream called the mountain.
Yes, the mountain.
Yes.
The mountain school. They
Yes.
they really
That
loved
was
us.
the best
You know-
show of that tour.
Yes,
that was
absolutely.
crazy.
We've sort of laid out a dream very similar to Middle Earth from J.R. Tolkien.
Right.
It's actually what the dream is based on. So you have the mountain, obviously, which is obviously where you have to go and throw the ring in and all that good stuff.
All right.
And we're now, I fear that we are in the Shire,
Oh,
in the cave, and
In the
we are
ca-
about
yeah,
to
right.
go out on the adventure.
Oh, I love it. I
They
found
have
my
good
ring
food?
though. I got my ring.
Yeah, good food, yeah. We have good food here. Yes, hard to leave the village when there's good food.
Yes, of course.
I believe this great American guy called Pete Holmes said, and this is the hero's mythology. When you write stories, the hero has to leave the village, but it's chicken night. And I know all of us here. Are you also a vegetarian human being?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that works. How about you, Stein? Do you eat the meats?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes meat. But we can all relate to the fact that it's hard to leave when there's delicious food being served.
Yes.
But at one point in time, you actually have to leave the
be a
village
hero.
to go out on the adventure that you were meant to go out on. Like this fella, for instance, has to go to San Francisco and do this whole talk show thing and become the next Letterman.
But there's falafel.
But there's falafel. There we go.
There's falafel in San Francisco as well.
They probably have very decent falafel. Probably
What there is
super great.
not in San
What
Francisco.
do they not
though?
have in San Francisco?
My wife's cakes.
But don't you think by the time the show is in San Francisco, I'll say, you know what? It's time we fly Marianne in with her wonderful cakes because no one can make cakes like
She's
Marianne.
actually at
She is the
home
greatest
today
cake.
making the cakes, and I see them on Instagram, and I'm not there eating as cakes.
Cakes. Well, I think, if I don't recall incorrectly, when Aslak was here, we agreed that we were going to have a bake-off and that Marianne was going to be the judge or something like that, and he was going to make his infamous
Dumlesnur.
Dumble snores.
Dumble snores.
Dumbledores, they must be called Dumbledores in English.
Dumbledores.
Yes, they must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Dumble
like that.
dwarfs.
Dumble dwarfs.
Is Dumbledore the same guy who plays the Gandalf the Grey?
Is that allowed?
It's the same
Are
guy.
we
I think
allowed to
so.
say Dumble dwarfs?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But it's okay. It's fine.
Maybe
It's
in the
fine.
context of a fantasy story?
Yeah.
Or maybe...
This is up to Aslak actually, because he sort of claims these Dumble.
Humlesnur.
Horse for
Dumbledores.
himself.
They must be called Dumbledores.
Dumble horse? No.
No,
No.
no,
No, that's wrong.
that's wrong. Actually, that's
Just straight
wrong.
out wrong.
I'm pretty sure Letterman wouldn't call them that.
No, but that's because you didn't know Letterman before he was on the Fifth Avenue.
Yeah,
or
before he
whatever.
sold out.
Before he sold out, but
Yeah,
you know
right.
what? This guy is never selling out because he's so real. It's absurd.
It's
You
surreal.
got so much soul.
He was gonna play a song.
Yes, thank
I
you.
have to just make sure I remember the lyrics because it's so embarrassing. Even though I do believe I learned them somewhat, but just in case, you know.
Just in
Would
case.
you hold this for me, please, sir?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, there's musical.
Because
cultural enjoyment.
I love playing music. I don't have a studio band because I am learning to play the guitar. And the best way to learn to play a guitar is by practicing in front of other people. Because you know what? When you practice alone, you're like, oh, goddamn, I got this. And then there's people, and you're like, because you become nervous. Because there's something about people that adds some energy to the room.
That's how jazz was born.
And jazz was born. But Mads will get back to the jazz later because he can play jazz in A minor, it turns out. Okay. This is in C major, I think.
So please introduce your song.
Oh, yes. This song was made infamous by the great Willie Nelson, a fellow traveler in the Americas, and it's called On the Road Again because you are on the road again.
Again.
And I think it's time for a song. Okay. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I never been. Seeing things that I might never never see again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. Yeah. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we roll down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keeps turning our way. And our way is on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making the wake-up show with my friends. Woo! And I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends.
Yes, we are.
Insisting that the world keeps turning our way. And our way.
eyes on the road again. Just can't wait to make a new music video for Gatas Parlament again. The life I love is hanging out with my good friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. And I can't wait to get on the road again.
So that's great, and it's great to hear that you want to make a music video for us as well. We've got something planned.
You got something planned?
Yeah, and this time it's on a boat.
On a boat? What the fuck, on a boat?
Yeah, because we did the thing with the children.
Yes.
You're
not supposed to make music videos.
Yes, you're not
with
supposed
the
to make
cats.
children, pets, and boats.
Yes, we did
Yes.
children, we did pets, and there's only the boat again. There's left, I mean, there's the boat left.
So we have to do the boat.
Yeah. Big boat.
A big boat.
Yeah, and some small
Exxon
boat.
Valdez size.
Yeah, I don't know.
The truth of the matter is that if you want to make a music video, you can choose whatever the fuck song you want.
You know, I like that. So there's only one thing, and that I think brings Stian into the mix, because I can't edit music videos no more, because I'm not an editor anymore. I'm a talk show host now. So we need someone to edit the film.
Yeah, of course.
That's all. That's my only. But
Well, he has proven skills.
he's got the skills.
Yes.
Yes, he's a.
You got the looks.
He got the looks as well.
Wow,
He's
look
a
at your
great guy.
moustache. Look at your moustache. Your tash.
Yes, it's a pretty neat moustache. I gotta say, I was a bit amazed myself.
So the hidden messages will be followed up accordingly.
Accordingly.
Yes. That
So
is
we
beautiful.
played on the road again. It says that we were going to show because you also have a TV show. It turns out.
Well, it's we try to. We have so much B-roll footage.
I got to tell you a thing my Jedi friend Yoda told me once.
Yes, do.
No try, just do.
Yes. So we do this.
There you go. Great.
We do this TV show, right? Which is a sort of a jumbled up together, aimless chaos thing, which consists of B-roll and selfies, and a little bit of us filming our lives as it goes along. And it's called GPTV, of course, as a long-running.
You have to change it now to
plan.
the Street Corporation TV.
Of course.
Or just the
There
Street
should be
Corporation
a
Stream.
Should be a P here. Corporation. How can you say that with a P?
I don't know. I can pee and I can say it. Is that
I
okay?
don't know.
I can try.
But we can show a clip from
we can
GPTV,
show,
and then people will be
this is
like,
the-
oh, so this is what's up.
This is the first episode, and it's just the intro jingle thing, and this is how it starts, and then it goes crazy. Jeg har tenkt jeg skulle spille en ny låt i kveld, og så har jeg gått noen runder, for jeg er ikke helt sikker på hvilken beat jeg burde bruke. Tror er litt dyster. Det er litt sånn kontemplativ, mørk tekst egentlig, så jeg tror kanskje den passer. River i noe dagdriveri fra ned i bunkeren min. Skriver i med å lage harde beats og bare dunker den inn. Ja, onkeren din. Sjekker pulsen et par ganger i året. Levedyktig kultur er faen meg bare på håret. Vi er som regel vår egen ulykkesjeger. Driter der vi spiser og lager skader som aldri leger. Preger kunsten vår med blåkopi av noe som slo an. Med klær og beveger oss som en ekte Ola Johan. Men ikke stå for nærme. På scenen spytter vi, det nytter ikke å ta de styrtrike. Hyggelig kroppsvæske på nach. Sodoma og Gomorra. I dag er allerede tapt, jeg slåss for i morgen.
Gatas for life.
So, yes. And it goes into a whole thing with us doing live shows and shit. Yay!
How did that feel, Elling and Jester? You got applause?
Oh,
yeah.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Most of the time, I do when the audience applaud, I applaud myself. So I just put the mic underneath my arm like this, and I applaud in front of the microphone, so it becomes louder.
That's very nice of you. But it's I've seen you guys doing shows for ages and years, and you are good performers on the stage, and I also like you got a little visual sizzle with your boy.
Yes. Nice. And we did. I mean, quite a lot of music videos like the last few years, with you and Stian on two of them, and so we have a lot of visual content that we can play around with. So it's really fun to put that in the game.
I guess the last time I was when you had a concert in the Dream, I was there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Enjoying myself immensely. Now. We try to keep the shows sort of current and into like current affairs and like being really like on point with what's going on in the world. And right now it seems like everyone's talking about the Americas, as always, the United States of America. And you guys know I love America. I have just come out of the closet as a transatlantic because I was born in the wrong country, it seems, because I was obviously supposed to be born in the United States.
And then you were born in Trøndelag.
And I was born in Trondheim. So you could obviously think this is a big mishap, but at the same time I am very grateful, because without being born in Trondheim at the hospital in Trondheim back in '78, I would not, for instance, have met you wonderful guys, and I would just be some LA douchebag or something, not even close to finding my true mission in life, becoming the greatest talk show hosts of humanity. So thank you for for wheeling it into the right place. But I was wondering, what do you love most about the United States? What do you love most? What's your favorite thing? And I have to stop you there because my wife has been baking.
What? There's baking?
Delicious rolls for you guys.
Oh. All right.
And they're guaranteed corona free.
Oh! The fuck out of here.
Bro.
I'm doing the brunost.
I'm doing that one.
That is perfect.
Look at
small.
that. Come on, son. Have the brown cheese.
Yeah.
It's very, very...
Okay. This turned into a cooking show really quick.
And now we can have chewing sounds in the microphone.
Yes, perfect. Chewing sounds.
Okay. To answer that seriously,
yes,
there is something about the culture production of the USA, like music and movies, and something around some parts of the literature as well.
Yeah, there's something happening culturally in the US that really...
Some they make great movies and TV shows and great music and some great books and comics and all of that. And I guess that's is a thing that I love about the US, in all sincerity. Yes.
I agree with this. It sort of feeds off of itself in a way, and it's such a big market that if you could release a film and it sort of flops, you could easily make money anyway.
This is true.
Which you can't in Norway.
Very hard, because it's a very small market. How about you, Mads? What's your favorite thing about the United States? I know you love corporations, but maybe you have something else in mind for this one?
Gallon-sized coffee, which is more sugar than coffee.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And beauty pageants.
Yes!
Oh my God.
That's crazy, right?
I almost got into a fight at Starbucks once because my coffee was more milk than coffee, and I asked for the complete opposite.
More coffee in my coffee, please.
And I was really I had a bad morning, and I went into Starbucks and I asked for a coffee, of course, and then I said, I like coffee. And then they looked at me like I was crazy. I just gave you coffee. And I was like, no, I like coffee. I don't like milk with coffee in it. I like coffee with milk in it. And it's started arguing, and then they threw me out, and the guard was
You
pretty...
got thrown out of Starbucks.
Yes, I got thrown out of Starbucks.
That's pretty cool.
What can you do? New York City.
Yeah, what can you do? What's the worst thing with the United States?
Well, politics.
Yes. They are pretty bizarre, aren't they?
Yeah.
What do you say, Jam Master J?
Well,
Or Jester, as you are?
the thing that I sort of hate the most is that no matter how good of a leader you are, if you're the president of the United States, you are more or less a puppet of the big corporations anyway. So,
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, yeah, he's a really good president. Yeah, but it's still like Darth Vader on the Death Star. It doesn't matter how good he is inside. When his mask is still Darth Vader, you know, it's gonna go down the drain anyway.
I think it's a good parable because you know Darth Vader is originally Anakin Skywalker. Big spoiler alert, sorry. And he wants to make the galaxy a better place, but he becomes compromised by this
Power.
the power.
Yes.
And he thinks that, well, I need to have control for bad things not to happen.
So this bothers me. So every time there's an election, you know, it doesn't really matter because the corporations are going to buy them anyway. And I mean, they have policies, they do shit, they do that, but in people's actual lives, the corporate money matters, and the policies doesn't really matter that much.
What do you say, Mats?
Gallon-sized coffees, which are more sugar than coffee, and beauty pageants.
You knew these were coming. I love it. That's great. That was perfect. Well, I love America because it feels like home. Sorry, the United States. And I hate America for being that greedy part of me that just wants more, and I want everything, and I want to...
Speaking of wanting more,
Yes, have some more. Stein, would you like some more? Because this goes quickly.
But is the America you feel at home? Is that the whole entirety of the United States of America? Is a pretty big place.
I've been to a lot of places in America, and they feel weirdly the same.
Yes.
If you go to the East Coast and the West Coast, they have more in common than Oslo and Hammerfest do.
Yeah, because when you go around Norway, people feel very different, like worlds apart. But there is something connecting America. Like the United States is very...
It's weird.
There's some sort of common denominator that's just everywhere you
in
go.
Norway, if you go to the neighboring valley, they have a different culture.
Yeah.
And if you go, across a whole fucking continent, there's so many people there. And I mean, of course they have cultural differences, of course they have dialects and stuff, but it feels weirdly the same. Going around America, it's weird. It sort of bugged me, and it's put me off a little when I went from Washington D.C. And I went to Phoenix, and then we went from there to California, and it was just, it's all the same. Yes. It's all America. All of this land mass is America.
Yeah, they're very united. like for instance the EU, which it does not at all, like they try with the currency, but it's just I don't feel like they've united anything.
No. It's like Østfold and Bærum. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
No.
And I have to actually go inward a bit, because this word hate, I believe, is a very counterproductive word.
This word what?
Hate.
Oh.
Yes.
Like hating something doesn't really get you anywhere.
Right, okay.
And I like, again, from my perspective, it's like what I feel about myself, which is what I come back to, is like I'm at times I'm greedy. I want money. I want to be like financially safe, become a Patreon, and it doesn't really come from a place of caring and sharing. It comes very much from more like a grasping, like me, and take care of me, and then the rest can go. Like,
this is a really good pitch. I mean, you should do this every time, every show.
We'll just run the clip over again
For
because
the,
I think it's recorded.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, there's syltetøy up in the
There's
place.
jam.
I love it.
Pump up the jam.
No, but I agree with this feeling, you know, when you earn money and you know, you see your bank account and it grows and you're like, ah, yeah, man, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, that is addictive too.
It's
but
it's like it's quite the allure to it. It's like, oh yes, 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 oh yes.
Oh, it is. And I was saving up money to go backpacking in South America, and I earned so much money that I could set aside like 2/3 of my salary, and I hardly paid any rent. So it was kind of, I had a lot of money on my bank account, just grew and grew and grew, and I thought, okay, so like next month I could stay in South America for like 4 months, and the month after that I could, you know, I had so much money that I could stay there for 5 months, and it was like, it just grew. And it's a nice feeling. But then when I got to South America and I saw, like, you know, parts of Lima, for example, is really, really poor, and they don't. This is huge stage, and some sort of political figure is going to have a big speech, and most of the people watching didn't have shoes, which was sort of contrasting worlds. And the first thing we did when we got there is go to this underground black market place for electronics and clothes. So I bought like huge amounts of sneakers, fake Adidas sneakers. They look so good you can't even tell they're fake. And these people didn't have any shoes, and I was like, I felt so stupid with all my money in my bank account. With these people don't have it. It's just like, it fucked with my perspective a little bit. But money is it's a rush.
It is. And like you said, with people, especially when you didn't have money, and then you get money, it becomes very like important, and then you want to tell everyone, I got money, man, it's great.
Yeah.
It fixed all my problems.
Fixed all my problems, disappeared in a whiff. Even though I thought I had figured it all out, but I had a lot of money, working my ass off, didn't work at all. And even though, obviously, I can probably, like, segments of my going deep into my mental basement this week is related to insecurities in my financial future, because I am projecting myself into a very unknown future where I'm becoming the next great talk show host. And no one's ever done this before, so it's sort of like breaking new ground. I'm going into the unknown, and I can't call anyone. It's like, call Letterman. How did you make like the pass from the dream and into San Francisco? How did you do that? That call can't be made. I just have to sort of trust myself. And then it's, you know, it's so easy to, well, if only I had enough money, then I can do it. And that's the ultimate excuse for anything, isn't it?
Well, if you had enough money, you could get David Letterman's phone number and you could call him.
And then I could ask him.
And then you could ask him.
Yes.
So the thing is, it's probably not healthy to have too much money, but it's not too cool to not have them either.
Yes.
You can be a slave.
My daughter had an interesting observation, which actually sort of, I don't know, like, she saw through the whole illusion. Because she said, like, can't you just print more money and then everyone will have enough? And I realized that that's actually 100% true, because money is not, it's just a pure illusion, right? So it's like, okay, we print more money and then we've solved this and that, and we borrow money and then we all of a sudden we have money, but it's virtual, it's not real.
No, not anymore.
And the reason we're not printing enough money for everyone to have enough, because we're playing a game where someone can have all the money, but they have to get the money from other people. And if everyone had money, then the game wouldn't work anymore, because when you're playing Monopoly, you need to have winners and losers. So the whole system is actually built upon winners and losers.
Of course.
So you can't just, like, for instance, the argument that if Jeff Bezos just paid all his employees $100,000, he wouldn't even notice it. But that doesn't work because then he wouldn't be the richest guy and they wouldn't be the disenfranchised poor people. And the gap exists purely for that illusion to work. But it's just nonsense. And my 8-year-old daughter was like, but this is nonsense. And I'm like, yes. And we're all so caught up in this play that people literally will like die, starve to death, because they so deeply believe that this is reality and this is the limitations of what I can and cannot do is based on whether I have the funds for it or not.
In some sense, it's the deepest reality there is.
Yes.
You know, in society, it's the most important fact.
Yes.
It's how much money do you have, in a sense.
It is.
So it's...
And
it defines you as a person, and it defines all your problems. If you don't have a car, it's because you don't have any money.
Yeah.
If you get caught sneaking on the subway, because you don't have any money. If you have a neck pain, it's because you don't have any money. Because your office chair is bad, you don't have the money to go to get a massage somewhere. So, I mean, all kinds of problems can go back to money. So
and if you don't have money, it's because you made bad moral decisions.
Of course.
And you're a person without integrity. While the rich people, they are, or what's it called, people who are well off, are more. They are more morally just people who have gained their own fortunes.
Yes.
That's at least what the fairy tale says.
We had an interesting experience about money, recently, because 1 or 2 albums ago, we got money from the Kulturrådet. We got money to, cultural money to.
For you, man.
To make music, and we had already made the album, so we didn't have any. We didn't have any
expenses.
No, we didn't have any bills to pay, so we just had money. So what did we do with this money? And it wasn't much. It was like 35,000 or something like that. So we put a lot of it into. Some of it into making music video with this beautiful gentleman called Stian, and then we also put quite a lot of money into making new merchandise for our band, which is beautifully displayed here.
T-shirts and hoodies and
merch,
and, face masks,
yes,
face warmers.
Face warmers.
And without the 35,000, we couldn't have done it. But with the 35,000, we printed a lot of new merch, and then we could make money with the new merch, which now results into the result is that we now have money to print our next record and also pay the next music video. So this is kind of, with this small amount of money, we could actually exist as a band
it gave you some leverage
in a whole different sense. So it's, micro loans and stuff, they really work. At least for our sake, it could have been a loan and we could easily pay it back.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't, and now we're happy.
You're happy?
I mean, we don't make any money as people. I mean, we're very little, but the band as a band has some money to spend on different stuff, which looks good as a band to have merchandise, for example.
People like merchandise. I've seen the Frozen films, and there's a lot of merchandise.
Exactly.
But this, I think, brings us to a very core and important question.
Yeah, who do you identify in Frozen?
I am Olaf.
Oh yeah.
Is that the
Of course,
snowman?
yeah, of course, yeah. Sure.
Of course.
Sure.
Of course you're Olaf.
Of course I'm Olaf.
It's
My
the best
name
guy
is-
in the whole film.
It's virtually just the same name.
Wolf.
Yes, or maybe there are those fierce wolves in the first film that try to murder Anna and her love interests, and the reindeer.
And the reindeer.
Spoiler alert! Massive spoiler. But the question, with the question we need to ask ourselves is: are you happy? Are you happy touring Bærum? Does this make you happy?
Touring Bærum.
Or are you happy? Right? Obviously, you're happy right now because on the WakeUp Show. But
Yeah.
it's sort of like a place of infinite bliss, and
we're living the dream.
Yes.
Well, yes, I am very happy to be touring Bærum. Yes. clearly. It's a crazy privilege to be able to tour in the year 2020.
Yeah, that's
it's a crazy fuck up of a year, but
feels like a
we're
privilege,
touring. We're doing 2 shows a day. We're getting our applause.
Yeah, you're getting your fix.
Getting
A lot of applause.
Yeah.
And we're developing detailed developing of our live shows.
Yeah.
And we get to practice in front of a live audience with no repercussions because they're students. They have to be there.
Well, that's true. They're prisoners.
And still we make the most of every show.
And there's this feeling that we're touring in the parts of Norway who are, well, I love the kids, don't get me wrong, but this is the area of Norway which is least likely to like Gatas Parlament. And our message probably communicates...
Rubs them the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah. And at our best, we speak to every single person there. So it's an accomplishment and applause, and and we even earn money doing it. So it's insane.
You can have those dinners you talked about earlier.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like a few times a week.
it's crazy. Yeah, we're living the glamour life now.
Yeah. No, and we even spoke about buying our own PA system.
Yeah.
And because we can sort of afford it, and if we do, we can rent it out, and then it's about real estate really. If you own something, you have money, and we own the PA system. We can either sell it or rent it out, and we can even make more money.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like, we live in a society where so this is, I think, is a fun paradox, because you can't really actually own anything in this reality because everything is temporary. Mm-hmm. So you can say, okay, I own this car, but obviously when the car breaks down or dies, you don't own it anymore. If you you die, you don't own the car anymore.
No,
so you're just borrowing things for a limited period of time.
It's a game.
It is a game.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game. Even though it can be a bit stressful at times.
No,
and
it's
give
a
people
game.
heart attacks, but
So if you look around your beautiful studio,
thank you.
this is the game. The person who owns the most things when he or she dies wins. That's the game.
Yes, and I find this to be so entertaining because, I've checked behind the veil of reality, and it turns out that no one is keeping score.
Right.
And so why on earth are we? Why have we got all these boxes? Is there so when we come to St. Peter's, look at all these boxes I got, man! I got most boxes.
Well,
So, but the boxes is probably your sort of
Your
gather.
capital.
Yeah. Like your
Hunter-gatherer.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
how
You
did I
just
gather
want to
this?
gather stuff. So
Hoarding, I believe is the word.
Yeah, right. So like you're playing a computer game like that, but. I'm thinking money is when you break it down is the power to make other people do as you want.
Yes.
So and that's like the core of it. I pay for
and you bring
people,
me pizza.
Yeah, right. Or you make me a sweater.
Yes.
Or whatever. and there are other ways to make people do what you want.
Yes, for instance,
Like,
I said,
for example,
Stian, come and help me with the
Right,
show,
right.
and I will help you with something.
Right.
Quid
Yeah.
pro quo, Agent Starling.
Sort of the same thing. It's similar. It's like
Yes.
It's not the same thing because it's not money involved in that, but it's
Yes, unless patrons come to the table, and then I can actually, with a clear consciousness, ask Stian to spend his time here, even though I hope he enjoys it.
But now you do it with a bad conscience.
No, it's good. I see him smiling every once in a while.
Oh yeah, and that's what it takes.
Yes, it's good. It's good.
I think it's like the key is that you can be a slave to poverty, but you can also be a slave to wealth.
Yes.
And to find that middle ground. And what I feel that so few people do is to actually use money as a tool to bring some change. And
because we just stockpile it and
we
put
just
it in.
stockpile it. Well, okay, I got, for example, if you got 200 grand, okay, let's put some money into renewable stocks, or if you like weapon stocks, but I guess that's a bad thing. or into communism stocks,
I don't
talk
think they.
shows.
or talk show stocks,
Bitcoin.
or Bitcoin.
I actually,
But for example,
I actually own some stocks.
in communism.
Well, it's sort of a daily newspaper that used to be communist.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's sort of why I bought the stocks. And also, it's me and Martin and Aslak and some other people. So, and I was holding those stocks at I can't say this in English.
What's it in Norwegian?
I can't even say it. No,
You
like
just make up a word, I think.
ledermøte. You know, the owners of the paper,
Yeah.
of Klassekampen.
Yeah,
It's like a
the board meeting.
Board
Yeah,
meeting,
probably the
shareholder meeting.
yeah.
Shareholder meeting, that's it. And I was second biggest shareholder at that meeting.
You're
So it
kind
was-
of like a big shot over there,
that
Mr.
was
Corporate
absurd.
guy.
I didn't. We
surprise me every day.
I was only at that meeting, and the biggest shareholder had like, 20 times more than me, so it didn't really matter. But it was interesting.
I've never been in that position.
But
I had more candy than the neighbor kid, but that's it.
Yeah.
But I guess you can imagine I guess you can make you could abstract it to money as skateboards. If you're a professional skater, if you have 50 different skateboards to all different different ways of skating. You have all these tools available, like, oh, this one is really good for rails, this one is really good for
Mini ramps or whatever.
and this is real good for street, but most people, they're shit at skating, yet they still own 50 skateboards.
Yes, of course.
And they just stockpile those they just stockpile those skateboards, and they just look at them and just like, nice, and they make these beautiful racks for their skateboards and put them on the vault, but they still suck at skating.
I feel like you're describing me and my sneaker fetish.
But you have them on.
Yes, I still come on.
Wear them.
I wear them.
You're fine. I have to say, in my defense, these boxes are children's clothes, and that is because I have children, and they grow out of their clothes, and their younger brothers and sisters are too small yet to use those clothes. We put them in the basement, and then we take them out when they're big enough, and then we want more children. So then it's sort of like just a never-ending story of clothes.
It's all justified.
But I have to say, with the Legos, because there's a lot of Legos in the back, and I have to admit that I actually buy Legos just for the joy of buying Legos, because that was the greatest joy I had when I was a kid.
Oh, I agree.
Just buying the Lego box.
Yes, please.
So I have lots of boxes of Legos just because I buy them and I'm like, that's my applause.
Legos is your applause.
Try to buy SpongeBob Legos. That is really hard.
Yeah, that's how I saw you were looking for
Yes,
SpongeBob
I was
Legos.
really
I
looking for
have
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
Legos.
Legos, but not the one you were looking for. Sorry.
We got it in the end. Somebody sent us some SpongeBob Legos. So my son is happy now because he owns the right type of Legos.
Then you can hang out with the cool kids at school, right?
Yes.
Lucky guy. Okay, so I see that the clock is ticking, and we talked about good stuff. I wanted to actually say that the birthplace of rap was the United States, and you rap in Norwegian, would you rap in English? But at first we can watch a clip from a video I made of you guys and the cats.
Yes.
And would we run the clip? Yeah.
Tack.
Pus! Kom da, Pus! Kom da!
verdens søteste kattunge som gissellerer i kjelleren. Klemmer litt. Det veks i mange år. Død kaffe og dansende.
Sikker på å danse?
Strompere må klippe litt kapp og så av.
Katta mi er borte, herregud.
Vi skal alle dø med en antydning, så vi skal kanskje Donald Trump stå.
Ikke på øret, sånn ja. På YouTube. Men i dag...
Og vi går fortsatt kan levere.
Og 2.
Faktisk i jobben jeg går på.
So that was a small clip from your song, the Kill the Cat, no, cat die.
Well, we translated it to English. What was it called?
Dead kitten or kitten dead?
Something like
Kitten
that.
Dead, where you postulate that if people don't dance, you kill the cat.
Actually, it's clap now, because of the Corona situation.
Yeah, so we don't ask them to dance anymore. We ask them to clap during the
They clap or we kill the cat.
Clap, cat, clap.
It's a clap, trap.
No, the cat trap. Lyrics no content.
Cat trap.
Yes.
Cat trap. Clap.
Cat. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we did that song, and we desperately wanted you to make the music video, and you happily obliged, and then the rest for us is a pink fairy tale.
Yes. We've talked about this on the podcast, I believe, back in time, where I confessed that it was a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, you had a sort of a breakdown back then too.
Yes. Yes.
So it seems to be like a reoccurring theme when we work together.
No, because I have to say that for one thing, now this music video had cats, kids, and it was like a freaking marching band of kids. Even.
Yes.
And when we started making the music videos, the first day of recording, I was like, we can get a lot of stuff done in that day, which was insane. And then we had a cat in the video.
Yes.
Which is really a bad idea. And the cat was missing before we even got started.
Yeah, my cousin's cat had to be a stand-in.
Yeah, and we found another cat.
Yeah.
And cat had to go, and then we had to have a different cat, and there was so much trouble with the cats. And also, people who know me, and you maybe know this by now, is that I have no concept of time whatsoever. Like, if you ask me how long will this take, I will say it's like half an hour, and that might be true, but it might also be 4 hours. I have no idea. I just make something up. I've become better at being more honest about the fact that I really don't understand time. But back when we were the first day of shooting the video, the day was packed from beginning to end.
Yes.
And we were going to shoot things like here, there, left and right. And it was a train wreck. And I was derailing while we were shooting the thing. And you had a break because we did some stuff with Karianne, who lost her cat. But I was just losing it totally. And I think when we had finished the shooting that day, I said, I was like,
what the
fuck am I thinking?
Yes.
And what's fun about this is it wasn't you who came to me and said like we should have a cat and a marching band and you know
that was all you.
That was all, like Ulf, are you sure this is not too complicated? I was like no, this is great. It was insane.
It was insane.
But there was a learning curve, and it put me in contact with something that I needed to actually address, which was the fact that I really wanted to impress people by making music videos because I thought I had to impress you guys. And that's not true.
No, that's not true. That's not true
that
at
was all in my head. It was like, I have to make sure Elling and the J really, really likes what I'm doing and they're impressed with what I'm doing, because if not, they won't be my friends anymore.
That is so stupid.
And it's so and obviously once you say it out loud, it sounds ludicrous.
Yeah.
It sounds even crazier than I'm going to San Francisco to have a talk show, because that's actually
a viable thought.
That's a viable thought, but like I have to be good, if not they will not like me, and I have to impress them over and over and over again. And I've been doing this like on so many levels with so many people where I try to impress them over and over again, because I had this cockamamie idea that people have to
that you have to reconfirm your value repeatedly. If not, they will just think you're a piece of shit. But maybe you think I'm a piece of shit.
Well, I like overflowing and you can't drain it. No, not really. But I'm just thinking because you've said this.
We talked about this before.
Yeah. I'm wondering, like, because what I feel when I make something that is great.
Yes.
I have this sense of accomplishment and pride and happiness and joy in like the
creation of
yes, and it's overwhelming. So like this thing, like I'm tired or I'm fed up and I'm even pissed off perhaps, like we work tightly and we rub each other the wrong way in many hours of work or days, and it just all goes into this pride thing that I'm like,
it comes out in the other end. It comes like becomes our golden child.
Yeah, and it feels like it's
We, so we push and we pull, and at
I'm
the
just
end
wondering about that because you explain or this feeling of your motivation being like you wanted to impress.
Yes.
Does it contradict the
well, here's the thing, and it's very interesting. And and I think the Kitten Dead is a perfect example of is that there was a learning curve which happened when we made that video. And I think, like, obviously, because we'd made tons of videos and we had many times where I was doing things that I wanted to do, but typically my goal was to make the thing I thought you wanted me to make, so my sense of accomplishment would be 100% related to what you felt about the end product.
Right.
So if you were like, this is great, then I would be like, oh yes, this is great. So I gave away my power, and point being that when it dawned on me that I could make music videos for me, which was what I thought I did when I started making The Dead Kitten. But the first day of recording, I was back in old Ulf Moll because we made a video because I wanted to dance in a video.
Yeah.
That was because...
That was the whole goal.
That was the whole goal of the video. And I wanted to make a great video where I...
And it's probably why it's that song, because of the beat.
Could be.
It's a good thing we didn't make it now, because then I would just clap and that wouldn't be the same thing. But sort of... when all you do is try to do things that you think other people want you to do, you're a complete nerve wreck, because you're measuring yourself just outside of yourself, and obviously that was the great lesson I learned with this video was that. But what if I just do what I want to do, because these guys love me anyways because they're my good friends?
Yes, of course.
And when we then did the rest of the shoot with the marching band and PRV and
all kinds of extras.
Thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Because we were just having fun. And also we just did that one thing and not like a gazillion things in one day.
It still was a big thing though.
It was a massive thing. It was great.
It was a huge
but it was just a completely different energy, because the first time around was like, I hope you guys are happy with it. And I was going to be the police guy, hence the mustache, which I have on today. It's a real mustache, by the way. I saved. That's a Corona mustache. But God, it's... And should I keep it? Is this a talk show mustache?
Is it full of Corona?
It's probably leftover food, at least.
Yeah, that's something. I have another more practical question. I don't know if it's practical. I have a question.
Yes.
Is there more footage of PRV from that take? Because I said something about YouTube, blah, 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 blah. I have this memory of him talking about the Feline Folkeparti and all of that stuff, which I
Yeah,
remember.
there's
as
a
Or
being-
lot of
B-roll
talk.
hanging around.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of it. Maybe you should.
Maybe we're slightly interested in
Make you
that.
a copy of this raw material.
No, but Ulf, you talk about wanting to make the video to impress us because you want to make the video that you thought we wanted you to make.
Yes.
Which in itself, of course, is absurd. But on the other hand, it's this thing where I call you and ask you to make a music video, and I give you a pitch, which is completely not the pitch that we ended up with. And I say we want to do this. It's a simple one day music video, no extras, nothing, one location, that's it. Can you make that video? And then you tell me I can make a music video on one condition, that I get to dance in the music video.
Yes.
Okay, so you make the music video you want to make. Yes. End of conversation.
Yes. But
And-
that's
but
the
you
absurd thing, right?
But you
I
still
was-
end up making the music video that you think we want to see.
Well, that's how it started out, in a sense.
Okay, yeah.
The first day. That is what sort of it put me in contact with, was what I did
Oh, yeah, okay.
way back
okay.
then.
Yeah.
Even though things had changed.
Yeah. For the record, we fucking love the video.
It is a pretty great video.
It is extremely high production value, and it's so cool. The narrative works. We love it.
It's
And honestly, I got memories, like cool memories for each one of the scenes too.
Yes.
Which is cool watching the, like, yeah.
And I have to say, I had a wonderfully good time
Yeah.
making the video, even though the first day was a bit rough. But
It was a bit rough.
But that's the whole point, right? Just like today, it was a rough day, but it's a lesson learned. That's life is learning.
Yeah,
Our
we
day
all-
was
we all
pretty
have
good,
rough
I think.
days, but was that right?
Our day was pretty good, I
Our
think.
day was pretty good. We played at Matt's old school today, and yeah. So it was pretty
Great.
fucking cool.
I even got to talk on stage.
Yes, we're gonna do more of that.
Were your old teachers there?
No, but somebody who had worked with old teachers were there, and I referenced that teacher when we spoke regarding this drag queen fight in the library.
Oh yes, yes.
The thing is that also there was a
story?
No, but I know you've been doing some drag stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously in the library, that makes sense.
And that teacher went straight out to the hallway and texted that teacher.
But there was apparently there was a teacher at his school which everybody called the Slaughter.
Slaughter.
It turns
or
out
butcher.
the butcher.
Butcher.
It turns out that was actually her name. We learned today that that was actually her
her real
name.
name.
So is that
Cecil the
pretty
butcher.
weird. Cecil the butcher.
Cool name.
Yes.
It is. We had a teacher we used to call Hitler.
It wasn't actually his name.
His name.
Wasn't his
No.
Yeah. I'm sort of relieved. It's not a very popular name.
No.
Lost its.
Yeah, I
Yeah, the
guess.
thrill is
yeah.
gone. The thrill is gone.
I don't know. Yeah.
I have I've taken it upon me to show another clip from the video because we talked about me dancing and you couldn't see me dancing in that clip. Let's show the clip of me dancing in a music video.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, I couldn't recall that clip being so long in the original edit, but who knows what has happened. But you know, true story, I was so afraid of dancing that I never dared dancing ever. I did probably sometimes when I was drunk or...
But this was beautiful.
Yes, I agree. But then, you know, a couple of years ago, my son said, "If you should start dancing," and I was like, "Hell no!" But luckily I did, and that put me on the path to actually confronting fear like a true Jedi.
Is that why you moved right next to the dancing studio?
Yeah, so no one could see me going in and out.
Yeah, but dancing is like it's very cool when it's properly done and somebody really knows what they're doing, and it's also cool when they don't have no idea what they're doing. It's also
Reference Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
But do you know in the GP-TV clip that we showed, or maybe it's in episode 2, I'm not sure, there is actually additional dancing footage that was never on your camera.
Oh, because you were filming when we were filming.
Yes.
You were doing some behind the scenes. You were
filming,
sneaking around.
Filming when you were filming.
Yeah, that's very meta of you.
Yes.
Where could you go if you want to watch stuff, and where can you go if you want to buy your merch?
Gatas Parlament, gatasparlament.com.
We can put it somewhere, probably in writing.
Woo!
It's this internet is a very fresh and vibrant technology where words can be put in there, and it's great.
Turns out gatas is also cats in Portuguese, and they use it as a slang for women
Girls,
with less clothes on.
yeah, but you can
Women with
also
low
say it
self-esteem?
about kids.
Yes, of course, but
Not necessarily.
in everyday slang, it's used for
Yeah.
So we get a lot of weird emails from Brazil and so
Yeah, sometimes they tag their pictures and put it on our Facebook.
yeah.
So that's a bit weird sometimes. I mean, it could be worse, but it's a bit weird.
Weird is. I mean, this is 2020. Can it get any weirder?
Yeah, I agree.
And rest assured, 2020 is the year we end the blame game, which now we're running out of time. But I'm at least pretty confident that I will prevail and be able to stop blaming other people when it's actually all about me. Which leads me to. Or do you feel like, is there anything we've forgotten to blabber about today?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can come back when we're in San Francisco. Or
Simultaneous translation of Norwegian English rap.
Oh,
Yes,
that would
yes.
that would be great.
Yes, that's what we talked about. Yes, because hip hop
can do
comes
a light
from
show.
America, and you do light show.
Yeah.
That's good.
What
That's
song are we talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I was gonna fake it and just rap in English.
Well,
Yeah.
so you can rap in English. Do you want to do some beatbox stuff on the side?
I
or?
have no idea what we're doing here.
No, me
No,
neither.
it's just
just winging it.
It's just like jazz.
This is the beauty. This is the beauty of live television.
I guess, yeah.
It's easy. It's easy. It's so easy to lose control nowadays. Because the present day world got me mad in many ways. I'm running from place to place to be number one in the race. I'm keeping it up, but the taste of blood on my lips is slowing my pace. My lungs are working on 120% capacity. Stress will be the last of me. It has to be. Some way I can camouflage myself from this catastrophe. It's fascinating me, this lack of sagacity. I stay in touch with my roots and keep my dreams alive, but in the meanwhile, style has walked a million miles. I hardly recognize the beats and the rhymes, because these are the times a lie becomes legit when you smile. And so forth and so on. I got so put off by the lights that I couldn't go on with the words. It's sort of fucked up.
So it was just like a regular show.
Yeah, it was just like a regular show, but I haven't rehearsed my English rhymes, so it feeds the applaud animal.
Yeah, the beast within that needs
the
applause.
I used to rap in English. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Would you please?
No.
Will you please?
No. No. We did the show in Trondheim in 1997, I think.
Yeah.
And the show in its entirety was sent on Norwegian radio. NRK.
Yes.
It's weird, but it was. I think it was our first show where we actually got paid to play. And I listened to it. And I stopped rapping in English.
Oh, that's why you stopped rapping.
I never did it since.
The secret album that Gatas Parlament never released, which was going to be the first album, he raps a lot in English.
Yeah.
And we actually have a track together which is called The World Championships in Being Hard.
Yeah, yeah, there's that.
Oh, can I please listen to it?
You may. Yeah. But
You will not share with us.
no.
If you spread it, you die. Or I die at least.
I die.
Yeah, you die.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, but it's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful. I'm looking forward to never hearing it.
Yeah, you should.
Well, it's getting late, and
People should wake up.
yes, that was a metaphor. Don't
just
don't be a
just
literal.
go to bed.
Don't be a literal
Yeah,
person.
Sorry.
It's more of waking up to the fact that we're here, and it's pretty cool, man. That we are
In the dream.
in the dream,
Yeah.
and it's been it is a dream to have you guys here. I've been looking forward to it a long time.
As they say, it's been real.
It's been so keeping it real in the dream. Now, in every episode of the Wake Up Show, I search the internet far and wide for a quote that
Quotes.
that can sort of sum up today's episode in a nice way.
So you actually gonna search like for something like right now, or do you have something
and
prepared?
I've now found it.
Ah, cool.
It's internet, super fast wireless
Woo!
Wi-Fi connection in the
I heard about
basement.
it. I heard about it.
Yes, that's what we have in the dream. Now, I want you guys to perform it as if it was your own to that camera.
That camera over
That
here.
camera over there. And then Mats, you will do like an add-on to the big camera when Stein edits to that camera. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
This one is yours.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because you got the.
There you go.
Yes, motherfuckers, this is Gatas Parlament.com. We are up in the ULF experience talk show with the Wake Up Show and with the Wolfmaster in the dream. If you want to make the world a better place, look at yourself and make that change, which is complete bullshit. Put your leaders to the wall and shoot them in the ass, and if they don't know, if they don't do like you tell them.
In the ass?
Yes.
Head.
Head. I mean head.
I believe it was
the
Mats
ass
who
head.
was going to say it was complete bullshit. You sort of took his...
I'm sorry, I got carried away.
Yeah, why is it bullshit?
He is carrying. No, he's just trigger happy.
Your brother said the same thing when I talked about this change comes from within, and he was like, no.
That
you have
was
to
good.
change other
That was
people."
good. I thought
I
that
like
was
it.
good. Yeah.
It's good. It's great.
Yeah. Sorry.
So why is it bullshit? Well,
No.
it's because you put of course some change comes from within, and to evolve as a species and to change politics. Everybody needs to make some sort of change, but at the same time. You can't put a political responsibility down to a personal level. You can't blame the consumers for what the corporations do.
Exactly. So
Very good point.
when I heard this quote when I was like 9th grade, I think, when this
Yeah, it's
came
an
out.
older quote,
Yes.
but it checks out.
I
as a Star Wars
I
reference.
went home to my mom and I thought we had a discussion about it, and then I concluded this discussion with, so it's the essence of divide and conquer. This is the essence of divide and conquer. If you are powerful, you say you go home and change yourself.
Oh.
So you sort of, everybody are their own little kingdom changing themselves, but if you don't change together, there's never going to be change.
I would like to add, obviously this will be from personal interpretation, but here's the thing. If you want to change the world, you have to actually be able to from within yourself.
You have to be willing, yes, of course.
But you have to have the power within yourself to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you sort of put it out onto the world to change, you are powerless. So you have to find the power within yourself before you can change the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I see what you're saying.
So point being, you have to clean up your own garbage before you go out and clean up the world's
To
garbage.
put it like this, a pure political change is going to be hollow, but it's almost like you would think that you would need to approach a problem from multiple angles
Yes, that
at the
makes
same time. you know, you don't solve climate crisis by recycling, but you know, you can recycle. We can shoot some political people in the ass, and we could consume less. You know, then you have 3 different angles.
Yes, but if I want the subway to be free, I just, you know, it doesn't really help not paying the ticket.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to,
that helps.
well, it's actually free when you don't.
Yes.
But if you want it to be free for everybody,
Ah, well.
so you have to sort of collectively put pressure on those who own the subway
Yes.
to make it free. That's what I mean. If you say to everybody, well, you go home and make the change. You go home and make the subway free.
Yeah,
Everybody's like,
but
okay.
also,
well,
I have to say,
it sort of splits people up.
in defense of the quotes, this is, you know, on a personal level. If you are going to have a voice that's going to be heard, you need to actually have the confidence to say it, and to be able to do that, you actually have to be like 100% you, and that comes from within.
Yes, of
That
course.
cannot be found anywhere else. You can try to make as many music videos as you like to please other people, but the moment you make the music video you wanted to make, you have the power.
Yes, of course. I mean, the quote in itself, isolated, is nice. You know, it's well meant. It sort of works isolated. But if you say to everybody, go home and make and change you.
Well, if everyone,
that's their only solution.
If that's their only solution.
everyone did what the quote says. Now, everyone also includes world leaders. Go home,
That is never going to happen.
and they think about what they're doing, and they look at themselves in the mirror. The world would change freakishly fast, obviously.
Even the guy on top who sort of makes money of people who don't have any money.
Yeah, but if they all started recycling, we wouldn't really.
Oh, we must not start a recycling debate.
No, but the thing is.
Then we're just gonna go around in cycles. Don't you know?
No, but Michael Jackson looking himself in the mirror never changed much for the better, I think.
No, but it is an interesting.
He should actually look himself less in the mirror.
Shimon.
That would have been better for
So
him.
do all your quotes end up in this much debate?
No, it varies actually. It depends. So I think, but the best quotes are the ones that sparks a debate.
Yes,
And to that, I would say Michael Jackson did a pretty darn good
He
job.
delivers.
yes, he delivers.
Yes.
Just
I
as
also
Trump
object to the raping of children, I gotta say.
Yes, but the quote doesn't say anything
I
about nor
I guess-
microphone molestation.
I guess you're right.
But
So
if you
that's-
read between the lines,
Oh, do we have to?
Oh, let's not.
I'm
then
a
you can
pragmatic.
read. Then you can read any meaning into it,
Yes, of course.
including raping of children.
Okay.
Rapping, on the other hand, of children, with children,
In front of children.
in front of children.
That's
Rappity rap,
that we
rappity
do
rap,
that.
rap,
That
rap,
we
We do that.
We
Frequently.
do that. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. I am so glad you guys came, and from the bottom of my heart, which is, by the way, bottomless, Elling, I love you. I love you, man. I love you. Stein, I love you, man. And to all my wonderful viewers out there, I love you unconditionally. No strings attached. Obviously, if you become a patron, it doesn't change anything. Love is all around us. Come on and let it show. I will end the episode playing song.
That's nice.
Because that's nice, right?
Yes, yes.
And this song, I played this song because I got help from the J recording this song when my daughter, who debunked capitalism royally by saying, why don't we just print more money so there's enough for everyone, which makes complete sense, when she was a baby. And now I've forgotten what I was going to... No, I remember.
No,
Ha ha!
been there.
Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and well, we're more awake than ever. and it's almost midnight, and we have to get up freakishly early for more touring.
Yes.
Yes. Lovely. When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be famous? Will I be rich? Damn! Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I was young, I fell in love. I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my girlfriend said. This is a true story, by the way. Que sera, 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 sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask the father, what will life be? Will we be happy? Will we be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, tra sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. And run the outro clip and we're fine as wine. Thank you.